Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Now, today we're here talking about No Rest for the Wicked. They just had their huge showcase. This is an upcoming brand new ARPG, which has got a little twist to it. Now, before we get into that, let me just say, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you're interested in all of the game news for MMORPGs, and I also do enjoy some ARPGs, hence I'm covering this. And also my main focus is MMOs, so don't worry about that. If you're here for just MMORPGs, they're not going anywhere. But there's a specific reason why I'm very interested in this game, is because it actually has elements. They're trying to do something different. So if you think of Diablo, Path of Exile, Last Epoch, they're your traditional ARPGs that come to mind, right? But the guys and girls over at Moon Studios who are creating this game, they are trying to do a twist on the genre, and it actually has elements which you can consider from MMOs. We have fishing, we have housing, we have like crafting, gathering as well. So there is elements of an MMO. So you can look at it like an MMO light ARPG in certain ways. Now, of course, it is an isometric top-down view, so I understand for some people they're not interested in that type of game. No worries, but at least I would say just consider watching this video, and I'm gonna be having some gameplay running in the background as I just talked to you about the game and what they've discussed. So yeah, just look at it, give it a look. The biggest news is they actually dropped, it's going to be going into early access on Steam April 18th, 2024. And they have already actually given us a roadmap. Can you believe it? So yeah, and the graphical art style is beautiful to me. They went for, they have made other games, and they basically said they like to go with the painting like graphical art style. So it's like you're looking at a painting that moves basically. So yeah, it's a very unique graphical style. Combat is very Dark Souls. So think of Diablo, Last Epoch, Path of Exile, but with some Dark Souls combat. So it's action combat. There's a parry system. There's stamina. Yeah, the game just looks very, very, very hard as well. Bosses, you know, you name it, it's going to be a struggle. But what also is different to other like Souls games, obviously this isn't a Souls game, but that's the twist. It's an ARPG with Souls and MMO like, you know, stuff to it. Is normally, just say in a Souls game like Elden Ring, if you were to die, the enemy would respawn, which makes it obviously incredibly hard. But in this game, they haven't gone completely down that hardcore route. So basically, if you're fighting an enemy and it kills you, when you respawn, the enemy's health will be where you left it. So don't panic too much if you're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm terrible at, you know, these style of games. They're too hard for me. Don't worry. When you, like I said, when you die, the enemy will be, however low you got it, if it's on 50%, when you get back to it, it's going to be on 50%. So that's another good thing for people to actually know. So yeah, some information here. The world is handcrafted. It's not procedurally generated. There's randomized loot. It's WASD for movement, so no click to move. You can also use a controller, so obviously analog stick movement. There's a day and night cycle. There's dynamic weather. It's animation driven combat, so it's inspired by ARPGs, action games, and fighting games. There is 4 different rarities for the gear, and they're very highly customizable. So you have white items to unique gold items. Weapons can also drop with a specific rune, which can then be extracted. Each weapon type has a different move set. Sacrament is the capital city, and you can basically buy houses, which I was saying earlier, houses and properties in Sacrament, which you can then actually decorate, which is really, really cool. You can collect and harvest resources, which can be used to craft gear or items for your house. Regions you visited before can have drastically different enemies. End game crucibles will be in the game at launch. The combat is similar to Dark Souls, so the armor weight affects your movement. Enemies don't respawn when you die, like I said, so injured enemies will stay injured after you respawn. It's going to come to Steam on early access April the 18th, like I said. Console is going to come to console as well. That version will be launching. It won't come to console until version 1.0, so bear that in mind. It's going to be PC first during early access, and then once they fully launch, it will be on console. So that's good to see. It'll be on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. Also, the early access roadmap. So next month, so April, like I said, early access release. The first update is going to have multiplayer. So it's going to be able to do online co-op and also PvP, but with your friends. So that's really fun. So you can have a little PvP battle with friends and stuff like that. You can also go through the game like with a friend. So co-op is really good to see. Then update 2 is going to have a major content update, adding new regions, new enemies, more story, and other stuff like that. And then after they've done that, it's going to be the 1.0 release. So yeah, this is really, really interesting, like I said. So I mean, I'm looking forward to it, but I enjoy, like I said, I enjoy ARPGs. I enjoy all types of games, but my main focus is obviously MMOs, RPGs, and ARPGs. So give it a shot. Like I said, we don't know. The only thing we don't know at this particular time is pricing. I'm not sure what the box price is going to be, but if I find out any information on the pricing, what I'll do is I'll pin a comment to this video, so you guys and girls can know in advance how much this game might cost you for early access. But yeah, like I said, give it a shot. It looks very, very fun to me. I'm excited to see it. The fact that you can do crafting, you can do fishing, gathering. There's going to be multiplayer. There's going to be PvP. There's also going to be, like, you can decorate your house. The combat is action combat. Everything here to me is just, it's got me excited. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game. So yeah, leave me a comment down below. Are you a fan of ARPGs or Dark Souls games? Is this looking good to you, or are you just not interested? If you're not interested, it is what it is. But yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this anyway. I'm going to be covering this game when it actually goes into early access. I'm not sure how I'll cover it, whether I'll just do a first impressions video or whether I'll do some guides as well, but we'll see. So yeah, anyway, ladies and gentlemen, stay positive. If it's not your cup of tea, then don't worry about it. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.